everyone, Kimberly here, and I am outside on a Wednesday evening at about 7:15 or 7:30 Mountain Time, and I'm wearing my "People Don't Buy People" T-shirt. And just a reminder that sex and human trafficking is still a real thing, and a lot of people are stuck in the places with their captors, and are still being trafficked and horribly abused. So if we can just keep that not only in our prayers, but also in our thoughts as far as, what is it that we can do now to help people who are still being traumatized just like they were before, and in some ways, in worse cases, and used and hurt in that way. So anyway, I also would like to read to you something. I have a friend from seminary. Her name is, I like saying her full title just because she's very cool and deserves her title, the Reverend Dr. Rachael Keefe. She has this book out called Negotiating the Shadows. It is their daily meditations for Lent, and they're beautiful. And she writes poetry, and just the way that she sets it up. I don't know. I think you can get this at her Barefoot Theology website. And I just wanted to read to you. I opened up the page to this, and this is actually, it's for a Monday, and I think it's for Monday this week, but it's for a Monday, and I'll read you a couple scriptures, and then I'll read you her poem, which is a beautiful meditation on persistence. And I kind of feel like we need a little bit of I need a little focus on persistence these days. It's getting old, the staying at home, and also it's getting scary out there. I have friends who have this virus, friends who have lost loved ones, and I'm sure that some of you do also. I also have people who are dear to me, not only in my congregation, but also friends who are working in the healthcare world and are essential workers. And so we have a huge, I don't really plan what I'm going to say here, but we do have a rather overwhelming, I'm looking at the sky, you guys, hang on, speaking of overwhelming, I'm looking at the sky, I don't know if you see the sky, there you go, maybe you can see it now, but just when I said overwhelming, I looked at the sky and noticed how overwhelming that is. And yet it's with me every single day. And this feels like, I don't know, I feel like it has the potential to really steal our human spirit. And I don't want that to happen. And I feel like it has the potential to make us forget that that we are in this together because we're so isolated and alone. And that this has the potential also to even make us forget that there is a loving God who is with us in this. So I'd like to remind us of that. So anyway, so here we go. Luke 18, verses 1 through 8. This is about Jesus here. Then Jesus told them, the people, a parable about their need to pray always and not to lose heart. Jesus said, in a certain city, there was a judge who neither feared God nor had respect for people. Imagine that. In that city, there was a widow who kept coming to him and saying, grant me justice against my opponent. For a while, the judge refused. But later, the judge said to himself, though I have no fear of God and no respect for anyone, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will grant her justice so that she may not wear me out by continually coming to me. And the Lord said, listen to what the unjust judge says. And if you think an unjust judge would say this, don't you think that God would want to grant justice to God's chosen ones who cry to God all day and all night? Will God delay in helping them? I tell you, God will quickly grant justice to them. And yet, when the Son of Humanity comes, will he find faith on earth? And then from Psalm 22, 22. And maybe some of us can relate to this. I know I can relate to this sometimes, especially now. Psalm 22, verse 2. Oh my God, I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but find no rest. The poem for reflection is called Prayerful Consideration, and it's by my friend Rachael. My standard way of being is to accept what is offered, to collect the crumbs and be thankful, to make something out of nothing, savor little bits of what could be no more. I am too hungry to search out crumbs, waiting for them to fall from the table of the chosen. So I turn my attention to another, a woman who was not afraid to seek, ask, and expect a response. I will be the one who perfects the art of pestering. I will persist and persevere. Stay until you hear me and respond with more than the minimum required to get through. No, I am not greedy. I've just given away more than I have received. Now I can't hope for a tomorrow different from the tomorrows already gone by. Yes, I have managed and usually found gratitude enough. If I'm included in your love, then surely you love me enough to invite me to sit at the table. No more waiting underneath for whatever may fall unwanted by anyone else. I'm not practiced in the art of nagging, pestering, begging. Knocking at a door makes me nervous, but my need is now greater than my fear. So I'm asking, seeking, knocking. And I am not going away with less. Not again. I'll wait for you. But if you were expecting quiet, you have only yourself to blame. So as I was reading that, I don't know if you heard the birds, but they're coming up on the deck out here, even though it's cold, to get food. I'll show you. Let's see if I can be really quiet and show you the bird, okay? I don't know if I can. Can you see them? Can you hear them? Often they're up in that tree over there, that kind of dead tree that really needs to be cut down. And I'm going to show you something else. Hopefully the light is good enough for you to see. But this is the view from the deck. I don't know if I can make it so you can see it, but there you go. Do you see? That's the Mummy Range over there. There's clouds there. There we go. Kind of. You can see the little tips of the mountains. You know, it was snowing a couple weeks ago, and I showed you a video of the snow and told you that the mountains would come back and that they were actually there. They didn't go anywhere. Just weird how we say that the sun's gone, the sun's not out, and the mountains are gone, and it's not true. They're still there. And even though the light is too bright for me to show you, hopefully you can trust me. Okay, you guys, listen, hang in there. All right, I'm with you, and love you. Bye-bye, everyone.